Yeah, well, whenever I get down that way, I definitely want to come in and meet you in person and check the place out. So
Yeah,
Good deal.
sure. Well, folks, until next week, like Brian said, we're going to be doing that 70s show rewatch on that. And until then, we'll see you all around.
yeah, see you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right.
All right, man, that was awesome, Stephen. Thank you.
No, I appreciate you all reaching out and getting me.
Yeah.
This is a first one like this that I've done. So
No, well, yeah, you mentioned maybe coming in and doing it there, and I was trying to figure out how I'm going to do that and everything with him being, in Missouri, and I just could not. I don't have the setup to facilitate that, so I thought maybe this would work out best for everybody.
yeah, no. Well, this is different than what I thought. That like when you first mentioned it while you're here, I was thinking that you're wanting to do something like what some of the other guys have done, where they've come and they've shot the music, and they've done like they're talking while they're looking at all the displays.
Yeah,
that's why I thought they, but yeah. So I mean, this works just fine.
Yeah. I know if he was here, that's what we would have done for sure. And
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, if I was closer, I'm in a heartbeat. I've been there.
What part of Missouri? And
I live in northwest Missouri. I'm about an hour and a half from Kansas City.
Okay, I'm going to be driving up through there in October. So
okay,
I'm going to go visit my mom. Her birthday's the day after mine. And I'm going to go up there. Yeah, this isn't going to be on the show, right?
No, this isn't part of it.
No.
Surprise her for her birthday and stuff. But I usually go up through Arkansas and then go through Missouri, but and then on up through Illinois. So
yeah.
Excellent.
In West Memphis, you talk about toy stores and stuff, or good places to go. In West Memphis, on the Arkansas side, there's a toy store there, something like daycare for kids or something. I mean, the guy literally has watches kids there too, or something.
Huh, really?
but and the building's not very big, but it's covered from floor to ceiling in toys. I don't even knows everything that he has in there. And so when I go up there to do that trip, I'm definitely going to stop off over there and see what kind of gems I can find. And I always try to find those places where it's like they got so much stuff in there, because they tend to not update all their prices.
So, sure.
It's like the antique malls. I used to stay away from them because they used to be a little bit more expensive than everywhere else. But ever since COVID, a lot of them still haven't updated their prices. And so you go in there and snag some pieces now that, because everywhere else has raised their prices. So.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, that's a trend. Like I collect vintage video games, and even 5 years ago, stuff was decently priced, and now it's like things have doubled, sometimes tripled, and it's just crazy.
And I know I don't get it. I mean, it's almost like the toy makers, they're charging so much that it's getting to a point where you can't even afford to collect. If they would just keep them at a reasonable price, we'd probably spend more money than we would. So if they got a figure that's going to cost you $40 now, well, maybe at $20 I would have bought 3. But at 40, I'm only buying 1.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They just just like everywhere else, everybody's raising the price for they always will give you shipping or the materials, or they always have an excuse, but they're all recording record profits.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt.
It's like, hey, you don't fool me.
Yeah.
I know we were having a hell of a time whenever Ghostbusters was coming back around about 4 years ago. My son, he's a huge fan, and they started re-releasing all the Kenner line and everything, and we were just having a hell of a time trying to find them. because they were just getting bought up by everybody that was turning around and selling them online. He would show us posts all day long. He's like, "Look, we can buy it right here," and we're like, "Yeah, but that's $60 versus like we can go in the store and get it for 15."
And that's what also takes the fun out of the collecting too. Is that you get all these people that just want to scoop the stuff up so they can go ahead and then mark it up and sell it, and so it's trying to go and find pieces. You get, I mean, that's actually what got me started collecting stuff outside of Star Wars. It was from 95 to like 2015, all I collected was Star Wars. All this other stuff that you saw here in the museum, I've collected since 2015.
Wow. That's impressive.
What happened is just that I had most of what they put out when it came to Star Wars. If I didn't have it, it was because, I hadn't seen it or it was just way too expensive. And so I was getting bored because for me, it's the thrill of the hunt. It's going out to places, and like find and so once I started collecting like non-Star Wars pieces, and it all started where it was just like one of the first pieces I picked up was from The Last Action Hero. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't know because I left for the Army like right after that movie came out. I didn't know they put out toys for it. I was like, oh, hey, that's kind of cool. I remember that show, so I bought it. It was the car and him and the kid. So and then the ambiguously gay duo.
Sorry, out loud.
They made figures for him. I thought that's freaking hilarious. Then I found a Love Boat, and this was like back in the day from like they actually made Love Boat action.
Oh wow!
I got Stubing.
Wow!
So I was having fun. Because now there's always a new show, or they're always putting out figures on the older stuff too. So now I can go anywhere, and I usually find something. So now I have more fun, and I still try to keep up with the Star Wars, but I don't get every piece like I used to.
That universe is expanding so fast too now with all the spin-offs and everything. I imagine there's just so much to it now.
That and the collection's already so big as it is that I'm trying to represent as many different shows as possible that I can't keep dumping all my money in one. Especially when I don't even have room to display everything that I have.
Right.
Yeah.
Just my Funko Pops alone would take up one room.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, so
I've got a wall.
My wall's like 40 foot long.
Oh yeah.
And they're on what, like maybe 750 to 800 now is like the number that they're on.
Something like that.
And that wall is like 600.
Oh wow.
40 foot long.
Yeah.
You can fit 600. On there.
But,
And then that's not all the other larger piece ones that they've made. So I mean that would just take up at least half of a room. Just Funkos and but always something to get though.
Oh yeah.
You got that Rampage collection up there behind you. Whenever we were there, that was one of my son's favorite movies and probably one of his favorite toy sets that came with it because they did all the characters for it and everything. And he was just geeking out about that. He was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's got them all. He's got it all except for the big Lizzie."
And Lizzie though, the
big Lizzie,
Lizzie, but they did a large one as well. And
he had it, and
so I'm missing that. It's the only piece of that whole series that I'm missing.
Well, if we still had it, I'd bring it to you. He had I think he had every toy from that specific line that they came out with because it was a pretty well contained toy line. Like they came out with it, and then that was pretty much, they didn't add to it or anything like that, and they kept it pretty simple. But he had it all.
They also went on the discount aisle
pretty quick. Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I scooped them all up, and
Yep.
it was like, yeah, I'll get these for the kids for, Christmas. And it was like, I just bought all the pieces that they had there. And, but yeah, that and the Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
Same thing where it went to the discount real quick, but they had some pretty cool pieces. They had the helicopter, they had the boat, they had
Yeah.
the Jeep, and then a couple different creatures, but
Yeah. Yeah. He got into Godzilla and King Kong like right after that, and I missed all those for him. But yeah, he was geeking out about that. He thought it was pretty cool. I think they sat there and played Rampage for a little bit. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this.